Welcome to my beautiful Cancerians. How are you? I hope this finds you well. I am bringing you what is now moving into late May, your late May reading. I try to get to everybody twice a month. That's my goal. Sometimes earlier when not everybody was home on a computer, I could knock out 2 of these a day. And now I'm struggling to get, I'm getting like 1.5. So sometimes the upload is the next day, just because of the lag time getting everything uploaded. So that explains why you are now getting the late May reading. They're not really time or date specific. It's just easier to navigate the channel when you go looking for it, okay? And this is for the Sun and Rising. It's a general reading for Sun and Rising Cancerians. It's not going to resonate with everybody. If it doesn't, you can check out the reading that aligns with your rising sign. If you happen to be here as a sun sign, you can also go cross-watch for your divine counterpart, Sun or Rising, where you can often find very helpful information. So that's my little public service announcement. I'm pulling 2 cards from Moonology, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine. We're still in the energy of the new moon in Gemini that just occurred. So I like to take advantage of these cards during that energy. Here's what the masculine gets. It's time to take action. This is a card that represents the new moon in Aries. Time to take action. Feminine gets believe in the impossible. Blue moon, believe in the impossible. So if you're here as a Cancerian feminine, that's your card. If you're here as a Cancerian masculine, this is your card. And no matter what you're here as, the other card is your divine counterpart. Sometimes I have to explain it. We all have both energies inside. You know, we're all working to balance both energies inside is what I mean. Masculine and feminine, yin and yang. But one of them is usually always more dominant. We're operating from one of those energies more dominantly in a connection at any given point in time. All you got to know is, are you the yang or are you more yin? Are you the action taker, the one who initiates everything, or are you more allowing and receptive? It doesn't matter your gender. This is not gender based. Got to clarify that. People mistake that. Now, Queen of the Moon. Queen of the Moon, I'm pulling this just for our Cancerians watching. So if you are not here as a Cancerian, you can go to your Sun or Rising for your Queen of the Moon. Okay. Perfect. I love this for you. Focus. And look how she's kind of practically submerged underwater. Quite Cancerian. Focus. Card 14. Focus, the butterfly on the third eye. Card 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is about change. And it can often be a destabilizing kind of change. So focus. And I'm going to read a little bit for you from that. Focus. You must focus on the task at hand right now. There is no room for a scattergun approach. Put on the blinkers and do not listen to gossip or negative people. If you make a mistake, it's your mistake to make. Do not waste your focus. Do not split your attention into too many pieces. What we place our focused attention on matters. Placing our undivided focus on something means we're more likely to take action on it. Oh, there it is, right? It's time to take action. I'm feeling the masculine's energy here. Yes, we are more likely to plan and succeed in our achievements should we take the time to focus on the how. Even something as simple as eating a meal is more enjoyable if we take the time to focus on just that, eating and all of its sensory rewards. So what hinders your focus here, guys? Diversion. And it is often diversions we set for ourselves that we allow. When we are afraid of our own growth or greatness, we may procrastinate. We might place drama in our own way. We may even focus on everyone except for ourselves and never have the time to do the things we set for ourselves. Our heart's desires, therefore, never come to us. We might allow the opinions of others to get in the way, letting the criticisms and values of others affect us. This is useless. We need to forget about the gossip or opinions of others about what our society says. Instead, turn your focus to you and what you are doing. Pay attention to you. We need to focus instead on what feels so deeply good to us, what we really want, and what we want to place our laser-like, say that 3 times fast, focus upon, and soon it will be ours. So I read the whole thing because it seems really like a powerful message here. That there's something, dear Cancerians, that might be either out of focus, like you're not seeing it clearly, you don't have the clarity, or that you're just distracted. And the distractions often come from within ourselves. We're often our own biggest distraction mechanism. So I like that. Let's see what pops up in the future in the reading for that. To me, it goes with the 8 of Pentacles, right? Where the guy is just focused on the one pentacle. The others are building up the wall. Like he finishes one, he hangs it on the wall. He finishes one, so he's not looking at the empire he's building. He's just focused on one pentacle at a time, right? I like it. That's a good energy. Let's see what comes through for you, Cancerians. Last reading was pretty intense. 5 of Pentacles. I was just talking about instability and change. That's the card. Feminine. Aquarian energy here in the Fool. A leap of faith. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and pull all these. Sometimes I stop, sometimes I don't. Okay. That Queen of Wands was in the last reading, but I think for the feminine for you guys. 2 of Swords was there as well. Oh my gosh, guys. Got some transformation here. Wow. A little bit of pushback or resistance or defensiveness. Something going on here. Okay. So I feel that this is actually the focus card. I feel that this is the focus card. And as I was reading that, I did feel the masculine energy coming through. So I'm just going to sit, I'm going to call it. Because this 2 of Swords is blocking out the noise and the distractions so you can find the clarity, but it's an inner search. It's a quieting of the mind and a blocking out the distraction in an effort to find the deeper meaning of what you're trying to decide. Like, what do I have to do? What am I going to do? Why am I even doing it? And understanding the meaning and the purpose behind what you must decide, and then how you will best proceed. So there's a lot more to this card than just crossroads and indecision. It's deeper, and it's connected to this focus. I'm also going to say this this is what made me feel, because 1 and 4 is 5, and I was just feeling of that change and instability, and this is it too. So this 5 of Pentacles is often an energy of it's abandonment issues, it's scarcity mindset, lack mindset. It can be literal financial ruin, or, and for so many of us, we're going through so much that's impacting our economic lives and our stability. So this can be a lot of things, but in terms of connection, it can just be feeling ghosted, feeling invisible, not seen, devalued. Got it? Here, this masculine in the past, 7 of Cups, energy of overwhelm, a lot to process here, a lot of options, a lot of things to weigh on an emotional level. But now we've got the Queen of Wands. This is the energy of somebody that's, attractive, alluring, in command, in their power, very creative, very magnetic, and definitely knows, well, I'm going to say she, what she wants, because I'm looking at a queen. So I'm not sure if this is the masculine coming through as the Queen of Wands energy, which is entirely possible because every queen has some cups, so it would show their emotional component, or if it is the feminine or someone else entirely. And then we already talked about the Two of Swords in the future. It's going to come a moment where the masculine really has to work on finding the clarity and focusing their attention inward to get the answer. Wow, look at this, feminine. Elemental air and the Fool and the Death card, Scorpio energy there. This feels like a brand new life. And you manifested it. In the past, something occurred here in this connection. And you set your sights on the horizon and you said, I know what I want. And you set those intentions and you've been busy shifting your mindset, brand new life, brand new day, turn the page, take the leap, hope, world of possibilities, endless possibilities, Aquarian energy. And you're in the midst of a transformation. The Death card, a lot of people flip out about it. I don't see it that way. I see some part of us has to die off. It's like a shedding of a skin that no longer serves us. Okay? And then the dawn, then the sun comes up in the background, and the new day is dawning, literally, for this feminine. So even though it's a difficult process, and it's not always pleasant, and sometimes it's beyond painful, I'm feeling like this feminine is embracing it. What we got going on here, I got no idea. I will clarify. Seven of Wands is resistance or defensiveness or some need to stand up for themselves. I'll see when I clarify. Let me give this a little bit of a shuffle. Okay. Five of Pentacles here. Why is the Five of Pentacles here, please? Yeah. Feeling very much on their own. You know what? I feel, here's what I feel. I'm going to change that. I feel that this masculine feels either ghosted by the feminine, this is a single person, or they feel they can't access the warmth of this person. And they're looking for a sign. They're looking for a clue, a message. There's the clarity piece they're trying to find. Some information. This can be, the Page of Swords. Pages are messengers, but this time, in this instance, I feel this is a masculine who's kind of watching this feminine, trying to get clues for where they are. Where is this feminine at? And I feel that because they don't know how to access. This person is too fiercely independent right now. And the masculine can't access the warmth of the connection, doesn't know how. That's why it's looking for a clue. In the past, Seven of Cups, some measure of confusion, emotionally overwhelmed, too much to process at one time, things not in balance. Balance, fairness, equal give and take, reciprocity, some measure, something was off balance here. Or maybe this masculine felt breadcrumbed a little bit. I know that the breadcrumbing card is usually the Page, but right now, just the way it came out, when I'm looking at all this, it's telling me that this masculine wasn't getting or isn't getting enough. And sometimes this Six of Pentacles is a very wealthy person tossing some pence into the hands of, alms to the poor. Really? You can't do better than alms for the poor? That's kind of how I feel about it in this setup. And it is the past life soulmate. We got 2 6s there. So definitely dealing with past life soulmate energy, something being out of balance, unfair. Not equal. Feeling one-sided. Queen of Wands right now. Yeah. That was in the last reading. Very karmic energy here. Again, I feel like this masculine could be headed to either going through a divorce, I'm just going to pull this from under the deck. For those who are new, when I pull from under the deck, it's unconscious energy to this person, just bubbling up under the surface, but it motivates their behavior. This masculine really wants to move toward love. Knight of Cups, very romantic. Energy of just being in love with love, heart on your sleeve, right? Wide open. I got nothing to hide. Here are my emotions. I'm giving it to you on this, all in this cup. And something here is just really off. And I'm feeling like this masculine feels very karmically tied to this feminine. I feel this is the feminine, Queen of Wands. There's a very, very serious attraction here that is bordering on obsession. That's why we have the 5 of Pentacles clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. I don't know how to reach her, so I don't know how to reach my feminine, so I'm watching. Right? In this scenario, it does feel a little creepy to me because now we've got the karmic energy of the devil, which is almost like I can't help myself, right? I can't help myself. And it felt that way in the last reading, and I'm not bashing. I'm saying this is something, and that we have the 7 of Cups. It's that energy of feeling very tied to this person, which makes sense. I mean, when you think about it, both of these cards are karma. One is positive in alignment with your soul blueprint. One is negative, not in alignment with your soul blueprint. That's a little Akashic record speak. I read those too. So I'm feeling like there could be a situation for some of you, not all of you, so please, where this masculine and this feminine are getting divorced, or are formalizing some aspect of an end of a relationship. Why? Because look, feminine's like, brand new day. Yep, this is me transforming. I am not the same old. And then this is someone who's got to stand up for themselves, push back a little bit, to get defensive. So I almost feel like that's what's happening. There's some formalized end here that this masculine, it's not letting go. Really wants to move toward love, right? And look, wanting to go toward this feminine with love and an open book, right? With all their emotions and not knowing the way, not having the clarity. That's why that focus card comes through. Really got to focus on the abandonment issue here. That 5 of Pentacles comes out twice. I feel, oh my God, Laura, please. I feel like I'm reading the end of a relationship. I feel like I'm reading the point at which there's really no return now. And this masculine is struggling to let go of that. So this is a more specific read. And that's why they're deep in thought, trying to find the clarity. What should I do? What should I do? How do I do it? And they are really feeling out in the cold. They are really feeling the instability in this part of the connection at this moment in time. Now that's coming up in the future. Right now, they're still obsessing during this process. Now they want fairness in a different way. This feminine, I feel this feminine wants fairness like bye-bye. Yeah, there's the Queen of Wands again under the deck. Yeah, it's very crystal clear. This feminine could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, emphasis on Leo, doesn't have to be, but whoever this feminine is, I see a feminine who's very clear on what they want, and it isn't this masculine. Not right now, at least. Ooh. Fool energy for this feminine. Aquarian energy in that Fool. Brand new day. Turn the page. Take a leap. Gotta go. Gotta go. There's the Cancerian energy. King of Cups. High Priestess. Yeah, I feel this is a Fool taking a leap into a new life away from, in separation from a King of Cups. Maybe not. Two of Cups is underneath. Now I'm rethinking this. Okay, I'm allowed. It's a work in process, as I pull cards. The Fool card, I can read this one of two ways. I can read taking a leap of faith into a new life because we've got this transformation. The other way I can read it is because this is how this person is showing up, the feminine, and feel free to flip it around if you feel I've got it wrong. That's not a problem at all. This Fool energy is clarified. King of Cups, High Priestess, Two of Cups. The Two of Cups underneath is the motivation. This is a feminine who's aware of the concept of a twin flame soulmate. And I almost get and is going off the intuition. Connected. This is not communicating. Right? No communication. Going on off intuition. I'm not saying zero communication, but not communicating about this. Not communicating so much about the soulmate energy that is motivating them. One, because it's partially outside of conscious awareness, or it's being repressed somewhat because the High Priestess has hidden feelings. That's another interpretation. Hidden feelings. Communicates in at a spiritual level, higher dimensions with their spiritual team, with their higher self. You get where I'm going. And there's an inner knowing. Like I know. When you get that feeling like, yep, I just know like I know. You're in High Priestess energy. And that is what I think this Two of Cups is about. Smack in the middle of all of this is a King of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And it's high vibrational love and emotional availability. Now, the issue with the King of Cups is the King of Cups doesn't always express themselves very well. They can hold space for you. They can be compassionate toward you. They can have a lot of feelings for you, but it doesn't always come out of the mouth. They'll show it in little ways and big ways, but they don't always say it. And sometimes we need to hear it. And that's where problems, where the King of Cups kind of runs in afoul and or into danger, I should say. And if you notice on the card, he's kind of like a man on an island there floating in the middle of the ocean. That's because all alone with their feelings and no way to express it. So I'm a little confused. I'm not going to lie here. There's a leap of faith energy. There's a brand new day energy with a King of Cups, but there's no communication, hidden feelings, and underneath part of the hidden feelings is I think you're the soulmate. So I'm going to have to explore it further in the extended. Three of Wands in the past here. Manifestation, big time. Knowing what I want, setting my intentions, waiting for it to come to shore. Here's Cancer. Chariot. Reconciliation. Queen of Pentacles, yes, really taking care of themselves. Remember, and I feel that because I feel that's what that Nine of Pentacles is. I feel like this feminine decided to move on, or maybe toward a peaceful solution here. That six, this is peace. This is peacemaking. This is coming back from the battle and telling the king, no lives were lost, no blood was shed. Our kingdom is intact. You know, we made peace with the other kingdom. You know where I'm going. So it's sometimes it's just a truce, making peace. So, and when I say reconciliation, it doesn't necessarily mean you're coming back together. It just means you're putting out the fire. And here's where I feel like this feminine just decided to move on in a peaceful way, and underneath is just, I need to get my crap together. Underneath the deck, I need to take care of myself. Queen of Pentacles. This is the feminine archetype of life partner who is grounded and stable and reliable, and who takes care of themselves first so then they can nurture and care for others. Because if you're a broken hot mess, you cannot help this person. And this person has some stuff they need to work on. And I just feel it was all too much. I do feel a connection here, but I feel a pulling away on this side. And a masculine who's aware of that and doesn't know what to do. Yeah. Okay. So present experience for this feminine of this connection is the whole thing is under reconstruction. Like, just see a construction site under construction, or, you know, it's under reconstruction right now. And here is the feminine in that Two of Pentacles, really weighing realities on the ground, juggling their priorities. They got all the balls in the air, trying to really determine what this is going to look like in the 3D. And there's a desire or an attempt right now to communicate. So that's good. But the communication feels more about, like, look, I don't really know what to do with your stuff because I'm working on my stuff. That's how that feels. And the reason why I say that is because under the deck is another card of healing, more Aquarian energy, by the way. We have Aquarius twice. That star, keeping hope, faith, and trust alive in the universe to have the feminine's back and grant their wish. It is a card of healing. I feel like this feminine is in the midst of a transformation. I feel like the whole connection is under reconstruction. And they're not communicating a whole lot. And the communication is about that, yeah, I don't know what to do here. I got my own hands full. I can't handle your crap. I mean, it's literally what I feel. But hasn't given up. When I say hasn't given up, there's the Fool still is idealistic. It is a leap of faith. And it does have something to do with soulmate energy. It's just that I've got two cards here that don't express feelings. I've got a King of Cups and a High Priestess. So I almost feel like the two of you are at a stalemate. And the stalemate is further proven by this Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Stuck, energy, out of balance, and either hidden or suppressed feelings, but keeping hope alive. Yeah, okay. I do think you're at a stalemate. Show me this Seven of Wands, please. Oh, there we have it. So I feel what's coming up in the future is, as this masculine is trying to move toward love, toward the feminine, isn't really sure, doesn't have the clarity, needs to focus, is kind of a little obsessed and feeling out in the cold or unable to access the warmth of this Queen of Wands, which I feel is how they perceive the feminine. Very attracted to this feminine in a passionate way. And what happens then is this feminine is sort of going to resist, but it's not easy. They're stressing it. They're going to stress this resistance and this feeling of like, I got to push this back. I got to hold this person off. I got to keep this person at bay because I'm still trying to figure out what I want. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm going through a transformation. Is the connection going to make it? Is the connection going to transform enough? And I just feel this feminine is going to try to push this off and keep this masculine at bay. It is not going to be easy. And here's what it's all about. A third party energy. I don't know what it is because I'm not really seeing it here. But I believe it was somewhere present in that last reading. There is some measure here where this feminine is like, yeah, three's a crowd. And they could be dealing with a third party. And so that's kicking up the anxiety. But then it's clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Also third-party energy in real life. So I feel like we've got the 2 3s here are leading me to believe that this feminine is almost trying to decide between 2 people. Wanting to take a leap of faith, with someone that they perceive to be a soulmate, potential soulmate. Not showing their feelings, but then there's this transformation. Is that with this person? See what I'm saying? I feel there's 2 people. And this feminine is going to resist and working it all out in their head on a loop. And it's, to the point of distraction and an inability to concentrate or think about much else. And under that, this feminine is like, something here is fate. This is destiny. Because underneath it all, I feel like this feminine feels a fated connection, a connection that was destined to occur. I think it's the King of Cups. But we'll see in the extended. I'm going to take this to the extended now. And I'm going to pull 3 cards for this connection. Because while I feel there's a formalized ending here, I'm not seeing the new person very clearly if there is one. If there isn't one, then that 3 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles is this feminine trying to work through, is there still a third party? Yes or no? Are you and I going to work through things together, 3 of Pentacles? Or is there someone else that I'm going to, am I wasting my time? And then it's like, I guess I'll figure out in divine time, but that's causing the anxiety. So it could be either way. I'm going to pull 3 cards just to look at these 2 together. What is this masculine not saying to the feminine, but the feminine should know? What is the feminine not saying to the masculine, but the masculine should know? Or these are energetic messages is what I'm trying to say. And then a card for the Cancerians watching from your higher self, spirit of the universe. That can often come through as advice, clarification, confirmation of something you already know. Sometimes it's a warning. And then we'll look at the outcome. What can you expect going forward? And all of that will be clarified. I hope you'll join me there. This is an interesting reading. It's got me a little bit off. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on the other side. The link is below. Otherwise, take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.